Everybody was talking about it. Girls were afraid of being left alone. Even when you're in the car, you always hear parents calling their daughters. Female students in school were afraid of going back to school. Everybody just wanted to stay safe at home.
The 19th of July 2019 started as a normal day. Port Harcourt, the capital of Rivers State and the fifth largest city in the country, is home to more than 2 million Nigerians. The city was agog with its usual business and lifestyle activities until the shocking discovery of the corpse of a lady in the hotel. And the hunt for the mystery killer begins.
We received a report that a lady was found dead in a hotel room. We swung into action. My DPO went to that hotel under his jurisdiction, and we saw a lady on the bed, dead, with her hands tied up from the back and her 2 legs tied up. We interviewed the manager of the hotel, and we interviewed the receptionist. They told us a young man came and booked that room. And in the morning, he checked out without the knowledge of the hotel. It was when the housekeepers went to that room to make up the room and discovered this woman on top of the bed, dead. We checked and examined the woman and photographed. We realized that it was a case of suffocation. He was strangulated, and there's no sign of any violence apart from that strangulation.
For residents and people of Port Harcourt, when the first murder was reported, like many other criminal acts, it went unnoticed and people carried on with their lives.
That was 2019. I was in Port Harcourt. And of course, I heard it through all the news channel, television, radio, social media. First time when I heard about it was like, one of those things. Someone died. There were a lot of insinuations around it. Nobody had anything concrete. Somebody died in a hotel. It could be anything. So that was just what came to my mind the first time I heard about it.
I can remember how scary it was the very first time I was just scrolling through Facebook posts and I saw that there had been 2 killings already by this serial killer who was then on loose. This was around 2019, and it was very fearful. It was terrifying. I mean, this is strange. We haven't heard this kind of thing before.
God. Sergeant.
Ma'am.
What is going on? 2 deaths in 3 days and in 2 different hotels. I don't understand what is going on.
Mother, I don't really know. I don't know.
But 3 days later, after the second victim was discovered, things began to heat up and it became evident that a killer was loose on the streets and had begun a reign of terror.
3 days later, we received another report that another lady was also found dead in another different hotel. We went there as usual, we photographed the body, we discovered that it's the same modus operandi that was used in killing the former victim in the other hotel.
Then the second time, the third time, it became a pattern, you know. Read lots of novels, crime novels, watch the crime TVs, and I was like, things like this don't happen in Nigeria. If a murder must take place, if killings must take place in Nigeria, there are reasons for it. But this one was kill these girls and go about. Just kill and go. Nothing, no, maybe there was no ritualistic aspect to it because nobody part was missing. So it wasn't normal anymore.
It seemed like he had a system, a particular way, though he was targeting a particular kind of people, which were the girls who, did prostitution. However, it still did not take away the fear of a lunatic is out there. And the fact that he had to cajole these girls in pretense of either paying them for sex or just being their friend, inviting them over. So at some point, it felt like not all of them were really call girls.
The busy, vibrant town of Port Harcourt was suddenly agog with the sordid news across government offices, hair salons, and barbers' shops. This seemed to be the subject of conversation. Fear gripped men and women across the state. It trended across social media and news blogs, breathing fear down its path, and everyone asking the same question: who is behind the mystery killings in Port Harcourt?
It gave rise to panic. Women were worried. I was worried not really for myself, but for the younger girls out there. No matter how careful we try to be, you must meet with strangers. Now, we did not know who to trust. We don't know who the killer was at that time. Could be your friend, your brother, could be the person you're living with in the house, but nobody knew. So there was this fear in us and this quest to be more careful.
As the body count piled up, people did not know who to trust. Everyone had become a suspect. No one was sure who the killer was.
It was really scary. Everybody was on the watch. And at that time, I could imagine that people stopped chatting with unknown people on Facebook or fixing faceless dates, blind dates and all that because of the scare. I don't think it was just about me, because in the saloons, it was sometimes topic of discussion, and then people would express their fear of the fact that there's a lunatic out there who's killing women, and the fact that these women wouldn't really do anything to him. They're not harmful. He would take their possessions and still kill them. I don't think it was just me. I think there was panic in the air. Everybody was scared because you don't know who is going to be next. Though I know that I will not likely fall for that kind of thing, but sometimes it's not just about you. It's about the fact that a cousin could be a victim. If the guy is not caught, or someone could just run into this kind of unfortunate incident.
He could be anyone. He could be your brother, your boyfriend. He could be anywhere. There was no one to trust. The police was at a loss as they worked quickly to figure out who was responsible for these heinous crimes.
When we received that second report, I quickly summoned the official membership of the Nigeria Hotel Association owners. I summoned them to my office and I had a meeting with them where we discussed strategies to be adopted in these hotels. And I categorically gave them a clear instruction that any hotelier that allows such killing to take place in his premises, one, we are going to close down that hotel. We will arrest the manager, we will arrest the receptionists who are on duty when this incident happens. And we are going to charge them to court for conspiracy and abetting murder.
It actually gave a bad light to hotel management and hotel businesses. We were not talking about the state of the hotels. Well, how can somebody come into a hotel and kill somebody and there is no record of that person, no record of the victim coming in, nor the suspect going out, no CCTV. So this gave rise to lots of things we take for granted in this country. I'm sure if hotels had proper record, maybe the suspect then would have been caught after the first time.
And all the killings done were done in a hotel, inside hotel rooms, and the same manner, the same modus operandi, no change. So by the time they did the 7th and the 8th and the 9th killing, we seal all these hotels that these killings took place. We seal all of them, closed them down, arrested the managers, the receptionists, and we detained them.
The police set up a team and series of investigations to make an arrest, but there was nothing, no clues, no witnesses, no trace. Just a piling body count. The town of Port Harcourt was thrown into a frenzy, and nighttime was dreaded.
This thing kept on going. From the 3 murder cases that took place before this final meeting, we couldn't get any clue on the identity of the suspect. Maybe his appearance, or his name, or his telephone number, we could not trace. We took these corpses to mortuary and kept them there.
I would like to encourage each and every member of the society to trust the Nigerian police force in the fight against crime. It cannot be left in the hands of the police or security agencies alone. It's a business that all of us needs to be involved. And one way to be a part of it is for us to learn to trust the police with every bit of information that can help us in addressing the situation. Crime does not select victim. Everyone can be a victim of crime, whether you are in the security services or you are a member of the public. So if we must eliminate crime, that means everybody has to be involved. We must learn to trust the police. The way forward in fighting crime is for all and sundry to learn to partner with the Nigerian police force. You can trust us with every bit of information, and I assure you that we will work with it diligently to solve whatever crime situation that is out there. We can be trusted. So all of us must work together as partners in order to end crime.
Madam. Yeah, ẹ gbà mí o.
The news broke that the 6th victim had been discovered. The tension was intense. This spelled trouble. No one was safe.
Everybody was talking about it. Girls were afraid of being left alone. Even when you're in the car, you always hear parents calling their daughters. Female students in school were afraid of going back to school. Everybody just wanted to stay safe at home.
Tension among the citizens of the Port Harcourt metropolis was heating up. It had been 7 weeks since the first body had been discovered, and still no arrests had been made. The killer was on rampage, and the general impression was that the Nigerian police force was not doing enough to arrest the criminal. Several people were tired of spinning conspiracy theories and tired of waiting for the police to arrest the killer. They decided to stand up and do something.
After the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th 7th, 8th, and 9th killing, women came out to say enough is enough, because it was looking like the police wasn't doing anything. And then it was also looking like the men thought it was the girls' fault that they were killed. You follow the man, why won't you be killed? If I should follow a man, I did not say kill me. So we found out that we have to do something, or these killings will go on, and we do not know who the next victim will be. It could be me, it could be my sister, it could be a female very close to me.
On the 17th of September 2019, a unified group of women groups and civil society organizations marched in protest along the streets of Port Harcourt.
We're here to protest the fact that we are losing our mothers, we're losing our daughters, we're losing our sisters, we're losing our wives. It is starting with women in Rivers State. It can move to anybody. We are concerned because it appears to us that no action has been taken.
So women organizations, women groups came out together and said they don't shout, if they don't cry, if they don't demand for this person to be caught, maybe nothing will happen, since it's affecting only the women, and the men were careless about it.
There was a particular kind of girls that it seemed that he was targeting, but at this point, it was about humans. It wasn't about whether they were maybe prostitutes. It was about the fact that humans were being killed like animals, and it was what's protesting about. If you stand for humanity, you would really go out there, especially if it targets your gender. So I actually remember going with them to one of the protests. It was more like, because it seemed as though enough wasn't being done. You understand? It was as though they were not taking it that serious. Maybe they were waiting for people that they know directly to be killed first. So people took to the street to say, please, the police commissioner, IG, the governor, the president, whoever needs to hear this, there's someone that's on the loose who's killing women, and he needs to be caught, like, as soon as possible. So that was just what the protest was about. And I think it yielded results, because after that protest, the IG issued like an ultimatum to the commissioner of police that man has to be hunted down. And at that point, they beamed their searchlights on hotels and compelled all hotels to have CCTV active. At that point, it was more like it was now a serious manhunt for the killer, the serial killer. So I think that protest yielded some results.
Eight killings in 2 weeks in another hotel. I think is this person we are looking for.
Just when it seemed there would be no respite from the gruesome murders, the police suddenly got a break in the case.
Fortunately for us, his last victim in the Imperial Hotel, Port Harcourt here, that was the only hotel that captured the identity of the suspect through camera. They told us that they have owned their camera since that time, and we should go and check and rewind the clip. So we sent our technician, he went there, and we rewind the camera. That's where we captured the picture in that camera footage, CCTV footage.
Suddenly, the faceless serial killer had been unmasked. His image had been captured by a CCTV camera. The police swung into action, and the image retrieved from the CCTV footage was circulated on the social media. And it went viral. And it was only a matter of time before they matched a name to the face. Everyone was looking for the mystery man.
Then we got his number at the reception because they insisted that he has to drop his number at the reception. And that was the exact number he was using when he dropped that number. So we got the telephone number, we got his name, then the CCTV camera captured his appearance. We sealed that hotel too. We closed it down. We arrested all the managers, as I told you. Then we started working on that CCTV footage of the suspect. That was how the video went viral.
And barely 24 hours after the match, the news broke. The serial killer had been caught.
So that's how we swung into action. We discovered that time he was still in Port Harcourt, but we have been missing him. Then on that fateful day, that was on Thursday, the command SAS patrol team in Bori, who were on stop and search along East-West Road, were given information that the suspect was on his way to the East-West Road. And they were ordered to start intensive stop and search. They blocked the road and start conducting stop and search. All vehicles coming along that route must be properly searched. They must be stopped and searched, whether it's a government vehicle, whether it's a commercial vehicle, whether it's a private vehicle, all vehicles must be searched. So he joined a commercial bus belonging to Akwa Ibom Mass Transport Services from Port Harcourt here to Uyo, on his way to Uyo. So when he went to that checkpoint of this SAS, they stopped that vehicle, asked the occupant to come down, and they started searching. To God be the glory. David West was sighted at the back seat with the same attire, the same clothes he was using when the CCTV camera captured him in the last hotel he did that killing. He was asked to come down, and immediately he came down, he told the police officers on duty that they should take it easy, they should not shoot him, they should not do anything harmful, that he is the same David West, and he is the same person doing this killing.
This should have been good news, but the news was met with uncertainty and suspicion.
When we heard he was apprehended, we're happy. We're happy that someone has been caught. But then we still had our reservations. What if he's not a person? Like I said earlier, it was too quick. The way he was caught was just so soon. It was too quick. But then it could be true. We had this fear, what if there's someone else? What if police just caught this person to make us keep quiet? That fear was still there until after a while we became relaxed and had faith in the police to do their work.
At first, I was hoping that it wasn't a mistaken identity, because the way he was caught seemed a little bit too easy, you know. So I'm like, whoa, it means that he didn't even have enough tactics. This guy was just someone who was just, I thought you would think it was an organized crime, someone that was dealing with high profile crime, you know, but the way he was caught seemed like it was a normal person that was just loitering the streets, you know. So whichever way, it was relieving. I'm pretty sure that women jumped, just like I was relieved that, oh, thank God, finally.
It appears the police arrested the right, and the man who had been brought in was the serial killer.
We have never heard of such case before then, and since after the incident, we've not heard about it. So we believe that it's just a one-off. We can never say never. Maybe it could come up again. We don't know, but we pray it shouldn't. So we believe, we hope that it's a one-off.
My advice to criminals in Anambra or wanting to come into Anambra is for them not to attempt it. If you are already in Anambra, to get the hell out, because we are going to get to you with our new equipment. You know, there's no hiding place for you. Having said that, I want to advise Anambra youths. Stay clear of cultism. Stay clear of drugs. You know, that will destroy you. If you take drugs and do cultism, you'll be going to hell 2 times. One on earth and one where you die. You know, so stay out of those things because they will destroy you.
The youths are angry. The youths are enraged. My main advice is whatever the cause of their anger should not lead them to break the law. I urge all viewers to keep watching Crime Fighters, the police and you.